Hey guys, it's Ambersharniece and welcome back to my channel for today's Cooking with Keto Kelly video. So in today I am going to show you guys how I make my keto surf and turf with Parmesan sauce. And I thought this was a different type of video. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let's start with our ingredients. And please excuse me, I'm coming from a cold, okay? So let's get into our ingredients. Here I have some coconut shrimp, some sirloin tip side steak, and some New York strip steak. So you can get whatever type of steak she likes, bone in or bone out. I also have some veggies here in a steam bag and some green beans. And I also purchased some heavy whipping cream, butter, Parmesan cheese, or whatever cheese you like in order to make my cheese sauce. So let's get started, and we are starting off by seasoning our shrimp. Our shrimp is all ready to go. It is some super fresh shrimp. I don't like the bag shrimp that's already frozen and stuff. So we went and got some super fresh shrimp, and we're going to use the Weber roasted garlic and herb seasoning. I'm going to throw that seasoning on there, and we're going to shake that bag up to disperse the seasoning onto all of the shrimp. And this is the butter that I'll be using, the butter by Lynn Lake's olive oil and sea salt. And I'm just going to place that into my pan. Get it nice and coated on the bottom so we don't have anything sticking. And then I will be throwing my shrimp over into my butter. And of course, you guys know that shrimp does not take a super long time to cook. So you just want to make sure that's evenly distributed into your pan and you can cook your shrimp that way. And as you can see, it's all done and we're ready to move right on to our steak. So for our steak, what we're going to do is we're going to lightly season it. And I did season it with some black pepper, some salt, and I'll also be adding a little bit of Weber Chicago steak seasoning to it. Now, I know it looks like there's a lot of seasoning on this steak at this time, but most of it's going to fall off in the pan anyway. And you don't want to go overboard with seasoning your steak because the Parmesan sauce is really going to take over the flavor portion of this meal. So you don't want to have all that extra salt and all this stuff going on in your mouth because you're not going to really taste it. So I'm just coating my pan again with some butter, and we're going to make this like the butter type steak. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to place my steam bag into the microwave for about 5 minutes. And that steam bag has a lot of stuff in it. It has onions and garlic and mushrooms and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and place that into the microwave while I toss my steak into my butter. And we're going to let my steak cook. Now, with your steak, you don't want to cook on really, really high heat, which I did do here unintentionally. You don't want to cook your steak on really high heat because it does cook too fast. And if you're a person that likes medium well or rare done type of steak, of course it'll cook it too fast and you won't get the type of outcome that you want. However, on the other hand, I like well done steak. My fiance likes medium well steak. So the smaller pieces of steak that you guys saw earlier, I did cook those medium well for him. So all I'm doing here is emptying the contents of my steam bag into the pan just to give the actual vegetables a little bit of flavor. Now what you can do is if you wanted more flavor to your actual meat, you could have just put all of this in there at the same time while cooking your steak from the very beginning and place a lid onto the top, and that's going to secure all your flavor into there. But for me, it wasn't that big of a deal. I just wanted some vegetables mixed in here somewhere, so I just tossed them in there, midway through them cooking. Now we're going to go over to our green beans. For my green beans, I'm going to keep it really, really simple because you don't want this to be salty and you don't want this to have too much flavor as well, because I also like to pour my Parmesan sauce over on. So I'm just going to use some onion powder, roasted garlic and herb powder by Weber, some of my black pepper, and my special soy sauce. That just takes the really, really fresh taste that it has. It takes it away from me, so I like to put a little soy sauce in there. Now let's go on to making the Parmesan sauce, honey. Now this is the best part, my favorite part. What I do is I put a little bit of flour. So no, flour isn't keto friendly, but this is not enough flour to kick you out of ketosis. So we're gonna mix a little bit of flour in with the butter. It's normally how you would start a roux or cheese sauce if you were making macaroni and cheese from scratch or whatever your case may be. But as you can see here, I am emptying my Parmesan cheese into the pan. I did have some more mixed type of cheese, but I decided to leave that out because the Parmesan was just fine. It was just enough. And I am also putting some heavy whipping cream in here as well. And you guys probably saw that small container of cheese in the beginning of the video. I did not use that either. I thought I could cheat and get away with it, but I didn't like the flavor of it. I like the scratch better. So I just did it this way. So I just kept adding more contents that I needed. So if I needed more heavy whipping cream, I added more of that. If I needed more butter, I added more of that. And that's all that I did to this sauce. The only other extra things that I did to the sauce was season the sauce. And I seasoned my sauce with only a little bit of garlic powder, salt, and pepper. That's all you need because the taste of the Parmesan itself is just so rich that you don't really need a lot of different seasonings for this particular sauce. And once that is all melted down and good to go, you're pretty much done. This is pretty much what it's going to look like. You want it just thick enough, but not too thick. You still want it to be a little bit runny. Now I'm just going to plate my food. I'm so sorry that you guys really can't see. It looks like it's really, really dark here. I didn't anticipate on filming this, so I didn't have any of my light equipment up. But I tried to brighten it up as much as I can for you. So you can see my little beans here and my steak and my shrimp. I drizzled my sauce on top. And that's pretty much it. You guys have a full keto-friendly surf and turf meal with Parmesan sauce. It tastes so good. You can actually get the same meal at Applebee's, but at home. So yeah, like, comment if you guys want to see more videos like this. And that's pretty much my little keto-friendly meal. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please go ahead and leave me some feedback below and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this and about keto, as well as makeup, beauty, and lifestyle.